Good morning. Welcome all of you on Saturday, fifth week of Easter. As it was mentioned, chapter 15 of the Gospel of John have two parts. I'm speaking about the community of believers, about the community of disciples of Jesus Christ. First part was pointing out about the community itself, that the brothers, believers, are called to love each other, that through this love, people could recognize them. And the second part from the verse 18th speak about this relation of the community towards the world and the world towards the community. So let us listen to the Gospel. From the Gospel according to John. Jesus said to his disciples, "If the world hates you, remember that it hated me before you. If you belonged to the world would love you as its own. But because you do not belong to the world, because my choice withdrew you from the world, therefore the world hates you. Remember the words I said to you. A servant is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will persecute you too. If they kept my word, they will keep yours as well. But it will be on my account that they will do all this, because they do not know the one who sent me." The Gospel of the Lord. It was already said that Jesus Christ is not promising easy life. He comes many times to shake our lives, our concepts, our ideas. That this there is this novelty of Jesus Christ's teaching, which is not of this world. That he's not following the human logic. In many passages of the Gospel, we will hear that. Love your enemies. Do not resist evil. Forgive always. So something that many times doesn't come natural to us. Now our nature wants to defend our life. My instinct of survival want to protect my life. Many times naturally comes loving those who are loving us, even though many times we experience that is sometimes it's not easy. For this reason, he is saying that there will be persecutions, and many times through persecutions, Christians being persecuted when they don't respond with hatred, when they don't respond with cursing, but with blessing instead. In that way, will bring the salvation of Jesus Christ to those who, for whatever reason, they don't accept love, or they don't believe that love is possible. We know that the beautiful example of the conversion of St. Paul, the one who was breeding hatred, seeing St. Stephen, who while being stoned to death, he was praying for those who were stoning him. He was interceding for them. And as the fathers of the church will point out very clearly, that this event was the beginning of the conversion of St. Paul. But today's reading, what is pointing out, saying, if they persecuted me, says the Lord, they will persecute you. If they kept my word, they will keep yours as well. He's pointing out that there is freedom. That even though it seems that today the world is so hungry of love, many times people are not able to accept the love, the true one. They looking, they, us, you and me. Many times we are looking for kind of wrong loves. We're trying to fill our hearts with the things that they cannot satisfy us. It might be career, maybe some fame, maybe money, this possession, earthly possessions, to feel important, to feel that I achieve something in life, that I have some kind of legacy behind me, that I can, when I die, there will be something. Many times this is so limited and it's not lasting. But there is freedom in man. I think so. This is the characteristic of love, that you cannot force anybody to love you. And God is certainly the one who gives us freedom. He will say always this question: if you want. If you want to go, go. If you want to stay, stay. We know that many people from the crowd who were following Jesus Christ, they left. And he was not trying to force them to stay. And the same attitude of this love, what is in God, should be in the life of Christians. You cannot pressurize anybody to love you or to love the Lord. And the Lord is, through this reading, is reminding us that many times, even if I would like, I wish that those of my family, those I know, those called friends, I would like that they will discover this love. But they may say, no, I'm not interested. In the life of St. Augustine, Monica, who was worrying for her son a lot, she was trying to find anyone who could kind of convince St. Augustine, then just Augustine, to change his way of life, to change his attitude. It was St. Ambrose who said, no, we cannot force him. Let him to go, then he will come back, don't worry. Because many times we, in order to choose, we need to experience that the other things will not satisfy us. They will be not able to bring us this fulfillment, and certainly will never last long. Freedom. To allow the other to choose, even if they are choosing wrong. It is what the Lord does. God is love, and that is the love itself. So that's very important, that this relation, that yes, maybe they will hate us. But many times I'm not called to look at them, but I'm called to look at myself. to love them when they hate, when the world is against the church, to still to be ready to forgive, to love, to announce that it's possible to reconcile. But many times I also have to see that if they hate me, is that because I'm Christ-like or just because of my vices? And maybe I need to change. And maybe to strive more for the relation with Jesus Christ. Freedom. If they persecuted me, they will persecute you. If they kept my word, they will keep yours as well. Have a great day. God bless you.